I withdrew $16,000 Friday and it's Monday and I just got it, man. I'm gonna put that on the screen so y'all can see it, you feel me? What a blessing, bro. Like a few weeks before that, I withdrew 11-something thousand. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, and that ain't even including what the wife then withdrew in her account. The Henry household, the cash household, sitting lit right now, right? And I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm saying that to tell you that it's possible, bro. Pocket options ain't no scam, bro. Pocket options pays out. It's not just because I'm an affiliate. I got students that's really out here eating and withdrawing weekly, getting to that bag, bro, and they getting paid out. They not even affiliates, bro. So listen, I want y'all to eat. I want y'all to eat. I want y'all to win, right? I want y'all to be able to withdraw just as much as I do and do it just as often as I do, because there's a lot of things that you're gonna have to really get down in these markets that's gonna help you become a better trader. This is what it's all about. Like I literally just came back down to $500. I made $26 today. You feel me? I'm actually about to share my screen over here. I stopped trading OTC. This was one, I'm not saying it don't work, and I'm not telling you to stop, but my whole goal with this is find what works for you and stick to that, right? OTC was working for me, but then it wasn't, and then it stopped working for a long time for me, and every trade I was getting in, it was like it was coming back to my entry, coming back to my entry, coming back to my entry. And I'm like, bro, y'all playing with me now. So I'm like, okay, well, let me switch up. You know what I'm saying? So not saying you have to do that, but all I'm saying for me, that's one thing that I did. And then I just stuck to the same strategies, like clear channel and 10 for the win. It was the only two strategies I do over here. And of course I use zones and stuff like that. So let me get over here so I can show y'all. All right. So this is a trade right here that we caught this morning. When I called it, matter of fact, you know I gotta show receipts, bro. Boom, receipts. You can see on the screen right now, an hour ago, right? I said AUD chef sell. If it keeps pushing to the next zone, do a second entry, right? And of course, you know, you see the results here that we got. So I'll show you here on the screen. This is the trade right here. Boom, a solid 10 for the win. We come straight down. What you see? We there. We was ready. You feel me? We was ready to sell off. We was already outside here. And I'm like, look, this looking solid. Another indication. Let me tell you some different, you know, candle patterns that can help you out. All right, you see the market starting to go up, right? And then you start getting this, like let's say that bullish momentum is hitting, like the candles is nice and big, right? Then you just start getting these random little crosses right here, the small candle, the momentum ain't there no more. This is a good indication that a sell is coming, right? Then you got two of them. Oh, and then we got the rejection here. Oh, it's game time, right? But I already saw one of the main things that's gonna let you know that, you know, a potential sell. It's not gonna do it every time because sometimes you're gonna get fake outs. But another indication on this particular pair was, of course, the stochastic. Secondly, was the candles was outside the Keltner channel. Anytime the candles get outside the Keltner channel, they will have to come back and at least touch the Keltner channel if they don't pass all the way through it. Right now, these candles right now are outside this Keltner channel right now currently. Right? So if the market is pushing right now, and I do believe it will sell, but I don't know if it's gonna sell all the way back down because it already did that. But if the market is gonna sell, and I'm looking at this and I say, okay, well, we're gonna get a sell, I just don't know when. If you don't know when, what you do is you zoom out, right? You look to the left, right? You see these zones. Zones are basically anywhere that has hit a certain area and went the opposite way. If this was going up, right here, it was going up and then it stopped and started coming down. Wherever it stopped at to come down, that's a zone, right? So all you do is follow this line. You see this line right here? That's your price line. You see how it's moving? Because price is moving, right? You just follow that line to the next zone. So we already passed this zone, so now that zone is out the way. Well, we know, okay, well, here's another zone right here. We stopped here. Okay, so last time it stopped here, it dropped. So potentially this time it stopped here, it could drop. So if you want to enter a second entry right there, you could. If you like, nah, the momentum is too heavy, I feel like it's gonna continue to push some more, then you find another zone above that one. Maybe this zone or maybe this zone. Because last time it hit these two zones, they rejected and went down. So I think at least this zone is gonna go down, then you can sell from there, right? So that's kind of how I do it. Now, if I don't see zones to the left over here on the M1, then 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna go to a higher time frame. Now, most of the time, you should always go to a higher time frame, just to be honest, because those zones are gonna be way stronger. So let's say right now it's pushing. I'm gonna go to the M15 first. We're already starting to get a little drop. But I'm going to the M15 first, and then I'm gonna zoom out again and look to the left. I do see zones that it's hitting right now. Look, right here. This is the zone that the market is currently hitting at right now. Follow that line. Remember this line right here. Follow that. This is the zone. We stopped here before and went up, so that's a zone. So that's when I start grabbing my horizontal lines. I'll put one right there. And I say, okay, well, before here, we bounced and went up, so this could be a rejection to come down. But if the market continues up, I gotta go find another zone above that one. So now, which is currently right here, about right in here. And I look further to the left, you can see that all these zones in here rejected off of that. So that's another zone. As you see, the market is actually coming down now. So it did reject off 1 or 2 of these zones and headed straight down. So if you decide to sell at that point, when it did that, you probably would have won, depending on, you know, the time, 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, right? But if the market continues up, then you just find another zone at the top, boom. If you trade like that every day with the 10 for the win and with the clear channel, I promise you, your trading will get better. I assure you it will. And if you only take those high probability setups and you don't rush it, you will start to eat in these markets. I'm telling you. And then if you learn how to control your emotions and learn when to get off, like today, I just told Instagram, I said, look, I made $26 today, it's Monday, I'm just gonna stop here, right? New traders, your problem is you wanna continue to go and go and go and go and go. And I get it, you need money and you want the money right now, but take it from someone who's lost a lot of accounts, who blew a whole lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars at this point, I blew. In between Forex and here. Take your time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're tired of blowing accounts. I know you're sick and tired of it, right? And you want to quit trading. Some people just get yourself under control. You can do it. Go on food fast, right? Go on some of those fasts and just learn how to have some discipline in these markets, man. I'm telling you, it's all it is. The strategies, you know, we already go over those. You already know those. Just the discipline that you got to get down. Get that down, it's over with. All right. But yeah, so that's kind of how as you can see, we did. I'm trying to zoom this thing in if it let me do it. As you can see, it did reject off of one of these and drop for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes at the time. So if I did that 6-minute trade on the sell, I would have still been in profit, probably only had like a minute left, and it would have been golden. All right. But this is how you do. So if you brand new to the channel and you don't know nothing about no clear channel strategy or the 10 for the win joint, let me show you. So right now we have the Keltner channel. And if you want to know the Keltner settings, because I get asked this every day, it's 20, 10, 2, right? 20 and 10 already there. The 2 at the bottom is the only thing you got to change. I mean, the 1 at the bottom is what you got to change to a 2. All right. I got the stochastic oscillator at 533, which it really doesn't matter. You can keep it standard, but I got it at 533. And then I click on styles and we go 92 and 6, right? 92 for the top, 6 for the bottom. I also have the zigzag, that's standard settings. I don't change anything on that. The moving average is going to be a 200 EMA. All right. And then, let's see. Yeah, that's it. And then your Keltner, of course, your Keltner channel. Once you got all that set up, this is the clear channel. You can see it clear as day on the screen. Boom. So we're on the Keltner channel. Clear meaning there's no other candles in this direction, right? There's none. So that just simply means market structure is in full effect. If you don't know what market structure is, this is what market structure is. The market is coming down, right, in a direction like this. If it looks like that and it's trending down, this is what should happen. It should go down, do a pullback, go even lower, do a pullback, go even lower, do a pullback, go even lower, and keep doing that. So if we look over here, look, pullback, we went lower, pull back, we went lower, pull back here, lower, pull back here, lower, and it just kept doing that. See what I'm saying? So that's what we do on a clear channel, especially, right, if all the candles are respecting pretty much the middle of this white line in the middle is the 20 moving average. That's the white line in the middle of the counter channel. If it's respecting that or getting close to it and then dropping, sometime it may peak through a little bit. You just got to be mindful of that. But if it's respecting it, meaning it's like getting close to the white line and dropping, or not even coming to it, because some of these, they pull back, but it didn't even get close to this white line, it just sold. So every pullback, you sell. When it pulls back green, we sell. Now again, that doesn't last forever. It lasts for a little bit in the morning, especially if you're doing it on a Monday or a Friday. It lasts for a pretty quite long time because those are trending days. Mondays and Fridays. They also trap days because you get a lot of fake outs and stuff, but just keep that in mind. But for the most part, when it's trending like that, you in and there, out of there, you should get at least 5 to 6 entries on that same pair when it's doing that, right? So that's clear channel. Now, again, a couple of rules for that is you want your best case scenario is when the candles are below the 20, below this white line, and below this 200 line, right? So technically, when you got up in here, this would have been great. Now, if you somebody who's been trading for a while, and because I get this question too, like what happens when the candles are below the 20 but above the 200? Like, what do you do in that scenario? Experienced traders, you could of course mark zones and then find where it rejects and it's gonna sell again. You can start marking your zones up. But if you just like new and you like, I just need to know the basics of the basic, wait, if you're trying to sell, wait till the candle is below the 20 and below the 200, and then wait on the pullback and hop in on the sale. So just to give you an example, the candle started becoming below the 20 because it's below this one and below this 200. So at this time, the next pullback right here, that's when you can start selling for the newbies. You feel me? That's when you can start getting your money. And again, this works the same way on Forex. You know what I mean? But for those more experienced, you'll be able to start catching these pretty quick, you know, as you can start to see the pattern start to happen. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But that's clear channel, right? And it works the same way on the uptrend. Right now, we're actually in a clear channel. This is actually a double clear channel on this pair because both channels are clear, meaning no candles are in both, right? When you have a double clear channel, that means that the market, let me zoom in. That means that the market is riding the top of the Keltner channel like it is right now. Right now, we're just riding at the top. The candles haven't even reached in here or in here. So we got a double clear channel, which is even more prominent. But we do know when that happens that 10 for the win is on its way. You feel me? So same rules apply though. But best case scenario for the uptrend clear channel, you want the candles to be above the 20 and above the 200 at the same time. Then you catch that first pullback for the buy. And you taking off, right? The next time it pulls back, again, you got to be cautious because the 10 for the win can go into full effect at any time. So if you really just curious to see where it's going, that's when you got to go to the higher time frame and you got to see, okay, let me go see what zone is close so that I don't, boom. And you can instantly see to the left that we have a zone that's very close. You see that? This is the next zone. The top of this is the next zone that could potentially get hit. Last time it hit here, we dropped. So that could potentially be where the 10 for the win start. Now, if it passes that, you got to go up a little further and find another zone. So right now I could put that right there as a reference. Then I go back to the M1 and I can see how much time I potentially got to buy before the sale could kick in. So if it continues up, I got another minute or two to buy to this line or for it to blow past it before we may look to get a drop. Another thing you can look for is coming over here to this sell side and say, okay, how many of these signals are telling me to sell, right? So right now, again, you still have like a minute or two to buy and you would have been good. That's kind of your reference. But how many of these signals are double arrow down for the 10 for the win? We got the stochastic at the 92, so we know the sell is coming. All right, usually when you get 1, 2, 3, about 3 of those signals saying the same thing, then it's like, okay, well, I can start entering my first entry for a 10-minute sell. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You just gotta be patient in these markets. My bad, I'm shaking the camera. You gotta be patient in these markets, y'all. And if you do the same thing every day, I assure you, man, you will start to eat. Use your 4 entry rule. Don't over leverage your account. If you got a smaller account, don't try to go too, unless you're just super confident on that trade, because big risk, big reward, little risk, little reward. I get that. You know what I'm saying? You see the sale is nice. But again, just take your time, y'all, because you can have a small account and you might just want to go crazy because you watching everybody else eat and you like, man, I got to get up there. I got to hurry up and get up there. Just listen, that's gonna mess you up every time. So my best advice is just to take your time, get you a compound plan, compounddaily.org. Go build you a compound plan, you feel me? And just take your time. Now, when you hit certain amounts, like when I get to 1,000, that's when I start turning up. Like, that's just me though. I've been doing this for a long time, but when I hit that 1,000, I feel like I just start doubling and tripling my account. Like boom, 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 500, 600 a day. Right now, I'm just playing it safe until I get to that 1,000. Then I got about 500 to risk. That's the thing. When I get to 1,000, I risk 500. Not in one setting, but like, I'm like, okay. But that's another thing you gotta do. You gotta be ready to and willing to have a losing amount and be willing to stop when you hit that losing amount. All that revenge trading is killing you. You feel me? But look, man, I didn't want this video to be too long. We about 18 minutes in, but I hope you learned something. Did I even go over 10 for the win? I don't think I did, but essentially, you looking at it right now on the screen. Stochastic was high, we was getting some sell signal joints, you know what I'm saying? Sell at the top. And if that first one don't go, wait till it hit another zone, sell again, boom. And that works the same way on Forex, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. It's your boy Jay Cash, man. I love y'all. Comment below the videos you want to see, man. I'm here on your journey. Continue to send me your results on Instagram, man, so I can share with YouTube eventually and stuff like that, man. I love to see y'all win. And I'm gonna let y'all another one. Peace.